Hi, this is John with Data Coach. In this video, we're going to walk you through a few examples and show you how to build parameter actions in Tableau. Let's get started. Alright, parameter actions. These were pretty cool new actions that were introduced in Tableau version 2019.3. And so what parameter actions can do is they allow you to dynamically change the values of a parameter by interacting with elements of a visualization, like a bar, a line, or points on a map. So let's go ahead and look at a few examples. First thing I'm going to do is create a bar chart, drag ship mode onto columns, and we will drag profit onto rows. So you can see right here we have a nice bar chart. And what we're going to do is create a parameter. We'll call this ship mode selection. And what I want to do here is change the data type to string, since ship mode is a string field, and I'm going to erase the current value. I'm going to leave allowable values to all. Now I'm just going to hit OK. You see, if I go ahead and show this parameter, it has no value right now. So now what we can do is go to Worksheet, or if you're on a dashboard, go to Dashboard, but other than that, the instructions are the same. Go to Worksheet, click on Actions, Add Action, and then we want to do Change Parameter. So we'll call this Ship Mode Parameter Action. We'll leave our source sheet as it is. Example 1 is the name of the sheet we're on. Run action on select. So that means if we click on a mark, in this case any of the bars. And now our target parameter, we'll change that to ship mode selection, the one that we just created. And for field, we're going to grab ship mode. And hit OK and hit OK again. So now we've created that parameter action. If I click on, say, standard class, notice that the parameter is now changed to standard class. If I click on same day, again, the parameter is changed to same day. So now let's go ahead and look at an example of a parameter action in action and actually see what it can do, because this isn't exactly the most exciting example. So in this example right here, we can color marks on a scatter plot according to two different parameter actions. So say I click on this value right here. Notice now that only it and these two other values are colored blue and everything else is orange. If I click way down here, it is blue and all these other values are blue and these are orange. And the way that this parameter action is set up is it's coloring everything blue where sales and profit are both greater than the selected value. Everything that's where one or the other is less than is colored orange. So the way that we did this was we just built, let's start from the beginning. We built a standard scatter plot with sales on the X, profit on the rows. We dragged manufacturer onto detail, just like that. We then created parameters for both profit and sales. So when we first built it, just like before, they were left empty like that. We did the exact same thing for sales, where initially they were set to being empty. We then had to create two different calculated fields. One called profit parameter coloring, where we said if the sum of the profit is greater than or equal to whatever the parameter value is, then call it greater, otherwise call it lesser. We did the exact same thing for sales, where the sum of sales is greater than the sales parameter, then it's greater, otherwise it's lesser. And then finally, we created a field called parameter coloring. And that said, if sales parameter coloring is greater and if profit is greater, then this field is called greater, otherwise it's lesser. And we're going to take that and drag it onto the color marks card right here. And you can see by default, we got some coloring here. So now what we want to do is go to Worksheet, Actions, and then we'll go ahead and delete both of these. Add Action, Change Parameter, and we'll call this Profit Parameter. Source sheet is the one that we're on. Run it on select. Target parameter in this case is profit. value is going to be sum of profit, and hit OK. Now we're going to do the exact same setup for sales. Example 2 sheet, run on select. Target parameter is now sales parameter. Value is sum of sales. Hit OK, and hit OK again. And now you'll see, if I click on any of these, the coloring changes, and we can see our profit parameter changes to whatever value we clicked on, and the sales parameter value changes for whatever value we clicked on. So what this is saying is any values that have a parameter greater than 3153 and where the sales is greater than 25,896 will be colored blue, otherwise they'll be colored orange. And finally, just one more quick example here. We're not going to walk through all the steps. Here we have a map. These are just various airports around the United States, and if I click on any one of these values, we can now see where that airport has had connections to. So I think this is Moab, Utah, is connected to Indianapolis, Austin, San Antonio, and San Francisco. If I click over here on Jacksonville, Florida, you can see where it's connected, and so on. This is done in the same way. We had to make a few different calculated fields, but the setup is the same. You create a parameter, you create whatever calculated fields you need, and then you set up the parameter action in the exact same way. But that is just a quick example of how we can use parameter actions to increase the amount of interactivity on a dashboard. Thanks for watching.